Welcome back to Backyard Carpenter Baby Boomers Can Do. This is day 5 working on this stable. Now Jane has come up with a brilliant way to take this veneer, which is adhesive back. I didn't know any better the first time I used veneer not to get the adhesive back. So for these little applications we're going to be using, it may work. So we're going to have glue, little scissors. I got an iron, it's a regular iron, and I've got this specialized craft paper that protect the veneer from the iron by putting the craft paper down. So what I got to do is show you what we're going to be using for this technique. First, this is a veneer that I got that has an adhesive back. See, it's kind of rough. See, it's rough. Now that has adhesive on it. All the stuff I've been watching online says that just use with contact cement. In this case, I'm actually going to use some yellow glue, and I got these little places that Jane has created that I'm going to glue in place. Okay, so I have to use a little bit of this contact paper right here. Okay, I'm going to cut a little strip for that, and let's get back over here. And there's the iron. It's set on cotton. I make sure I poured all the water out so there's no chance it can steam on me. So the iron should be ready. It's just a matter of cutting out, and I'll start with these two little ones to just see how it goes. So I'm about to set the camera up and get a close up. So previously Jane had amazed me that she cut out the material. These are actually for doing bonsai trees, but they work for her. So anyway, that's what she used, these. So she cut out these little pieces right here. So what I got to do, right, is put a little bit of just yellow glue, right, and remove the little piece, put the yellow glue underneath, okay, and delicately put it in there, okay. Then take this little piece that she made, fit it in there, and right now it sits above the surface so what I'm hoping is when the adhesive that's on the back of this, it's going to melt and get us to drop down. Alright, so now I'm going to grab the iron, which is set on cotton. I put this little protective piece right here, and I'm going to iron. I'm on cotton. Now this is a Jane idea, and we're going to see if it works. Oops. Oops. See if I can get it back down. Okay, so what I'm discovering is that I don't need the yellow glue. Right, just let the adhesive back melt down and lock in place. So let's try that again without the glue. Because what happened is when I pushed down, the glue came out and squeeze all over and pull the little piece out. So now I'm going to do a little bit more. Just kind of going round. Alright, now I'm going to move over to the other piece without the yellow glue and just let the adhesive, heat activated adhesive, melt and secure this in place. So also probably what I'll do is I'm going to use some wood putty and then sand it down. Alright, except for that little edge right there, it has locked. The main thing that you're using the craft paper for is to protect the iron from the adhesive that may flow over the side. So that's 2. So I'll continue going along and do the rest of these and come back and see if they actually stuck. So Jane, the person that thought up this idea to do these simple, what we're trying to achieve is not removing this whole sheet of veneer. Have to go order it, wait for it to get here, and then install it. So we're just trying to make these little repairs. So in your own words, what did I do wrong right there?
He glued it down crooked.
Right, so
I should have been out here when he did it.
Yeah. Well, I'll try to get you, but you wouldn't come.
I'm busy cooking
All right,
supper.
so anyway, so let me move the camera up just a little bit. She's pointing out something we got to do right here. Let me move the camera over just a little bit this way. All right. Okay. What she's pointing out is right here. I'm gonna have to inject a little bit of this regular yellow glue, and I'm gonna use a syringe, which means I'm probably gonna have to dilute the glue, because I don't think the syringe will pick up the glue because it's so thick. So that's what I'm about to do next. Now we understand that you can't see us, but you can hear us, and so what we're doing is we're taking this yellow glue, right, with just a fine paintbrush. Can you pull that up just a little bit? All right. There you go. And I'm putting it underneath. So we realize the syringe that ain't gonna work. There you go. Do that again. This is when we're such a good team. Because Jane comes up with such good ideas, and then I try to do them. Right. Now I'm gonna have to let that dry, and she knows how to create the little piece that's gonna go all the way across all this while that's drying. So in the meanwhile, I can go on to the other little pieces already created and go ahead and lock those down. So I gotta go see if I find my rubber hammer, rubber roller. I did find a roller. It's not solid. It's not solid per se, but I can use it to roll down like so and lock this in place. And before we can create the piece that's going to go in here, but it's a long piece, we're going to have to let this yellow glue. So what she's going to try to do is she's going to try to dilute some yellow glue and then do it in a syringe so she can get it underneath. All right, I know you can't see my hand gesture and all that stuff, but that's what Jane's doing right now. So Jane was able to dilute the yellow glue, wood glue, and she got it in a syringe. So she's sticking it underneath and she's squeezing the glue in so that we can lay down that little part. Let me move this so you can see what she's doing. Alright, so she's using a wet rag to get rid of the excess. I think what we're going to have to do is put something on top of it to lock it down.
Yeah.
So
Something heavy.
So her idea has worked. Alright, I'm going to put this rag right here and put this on top of it to get it right. So now I'm going to, let's do it like this. Now I'm going to iron the rest of these over here. And I've learned not to put glue this is a type of veneer that has adhesive that activates with heat. Alright, so I'm going to go around and do all the little pieces, and I've got some places I can just wood putty to make repairs. Again, it's all trying to make it so we don't have to remove that veneer. Once more, I'm locking down this little piece of veneer. It has an adhesive on the back that is heat activated. So this is not a contact type veneer. I not known any better first time I ever did veneer. This is what I ordered, and you have to put your iron on cotton. Make sure put your iron on cotton. Make sure there is no water in it whatsoever, and just go around and lock these little pieces down. So I'm going to keep doing that, and I'll show you the finished product when I'm done. What I got to do now is I've got little bitty places that just need some wood putty in them. Alright, so I just kind of lightly put on there. And I take my slightly damp rag, do like that, and then the rest of this I'll be able to sand off. I just want to make sure that I got plenty inside of it. Now one of these patches or two, just to make the edges cleaner, I'm going to put a little bit of putty in those too. Right? All this is going to get sanded. Light sanded. So what I'm going to do is go around the table, find these little places, and put some wood glue in, or wood putty. It's paintable, it's stainable, the whole works. So that's what I'm doing. Day number 5, that's about all I can do. I've actually need to get this, this is, I bet you've seen this bouncing off my back. This is for us to be able to park our vehicles and leave enough room for the garage door to go down. So anyway, I got to pull this up out of my way because it keeps bouncing off my back. But anyway, this is all I can do for the table today. Everything's got to dry. I'm going to have to wipe it down, sand it down, very light sanding. We got 3 things on top of that one place where we glued using a syringe. And I've got wood putty all over the place. So it's all got to dry. I'll be at it again tomorrow for day number 6. So this is the end of day number 5. And I'm Van. Jane helped with this wonderful design on these little bitty pieces. And again, this is a type veneer that has an adhesive back. And the reason you put the little craft paper between it, the piece you're gluing down, and the iron, is so the iron won't get gooped up. So that's what the piece of craft paper is for, right? So until I talk to you, well, the next day will be the 6th day on this table. I just want to make sure we get this right. I can only do a little bit at a time. So until tomorrow, y'all have a wonderful night.